So you're thinking about relocating to the Treasure Valley, Idaho, but you need experts like us to tell you exactly what it is that you need to do. In this video, we're going to share 6 simple steps that will make your move to the Treasure Valley easy peasy.
Yeah.
Let's get after it right now.
Yo, what up guys? If this is your first time to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that little bell so that you're notified every time we put out a new video.
Yes, this is Addie. He is our money man, and my name is Rachel. I'm a licensed realtor and local investor here, and check it out. As much as we love making these videos, our mission is to help you relocate here successfully and smoothly. So
Idaho dreaming.
Yep, if you have any questions or you need any help relocating, please don't hesitate. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or write us an email. With no further ado, our 6 simple steps to help making move to the Treasure Valley, Idaho, super simple.
Yeah, let's get after it. What is step number 1?
Book a Zoom call.
We gotta get you on the calendar for the Zoom call. So if you haven't watched any of our other videos, we're constantly reminding you to make sure to reach out so we can get you on our books. We wanna go through, get to know you as a family. We break down the neighborhoods. What else do we do?
So not only are we getting to know you and figuring out where in the Treasure Valley we think you calling home is best, we're also going through all of your special circumstances so that we can design a plan for you.
Tailored.
Yes. Let me give you a quick example. I have received phone call among phone call of people who are stumbling upon my channel. Once they're already here, they don't know that they need to sell their home first before putting in an offer. For example, this isn't everybody.
Great example.
Yeah, so I've had families come out here, fall in love with the home, fall in love with the location, and then find out that they couldn't put what's called a contingent offer in because they were not qualifying for it, or the market wouldn't allow for it, or whatever it is. So in order to prevent those kind of devastating situations, timely, costly things, getting to know you and your special circumstance so that we can put together a plan that works well for you is super important.
I think that's a really good story because in the last few years when we had the lockdown, real estate was out of control. So now it's kind of calmed down a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're able to do a completely different offer. Like we could put in a contingent offer right now, but this could change extremely fast. Yeah. So we can't just say, hey, oh, you can do this or not. We gotta know what's going on, where you're coming from, you're selling in a different market, all these different things. So I don't wanna get too far off because we're already this much time for 1.
Yeah,
that was 1.
1. I know, but I want to add on to 1.
We're adding to 1.
Now 1 more. Just one more.
It breaks my heart when people come out here without a plan. They don't know us, and then things don't work out and they fall through. It's a horror
story.
We visited
all
the
and
time.
They never.
So booking the Zoom call, step 1, most important step. All right, step number 2, book your childcare. If you are planning on relocating here, the Treasure Valley is what is considered a childcare desert. We have a very, very limited amount of preschools and daycare facilities, and it's not going to be easy to find someone to help out with those kiddos. So this might seem like, what? I haven't even started the process. I'm a year out, 2 years out. We need to help identify the area that we think you might want to get in so we can help you get on some lists for that child care.
Child care is a big one. Because we don't want you coming out and then we can't get the kiddos watched after. That's just not a plan, and it is backed up.
Yeah.
So a lot of wait periods and lists.
All the things. Step number 3. Jobs.
So jobs, this is a big one I'm going to talk a lot about because doing all these mortgages and relocating people from all across the United States, income is the number 1 thing in order to qualify for a loan. So I specialize in relocating people, which means I have a massive amount of experience with what it takes to get your loan approved. So the major buckets are mostly us talking about, hey, are you transferring for work? Are you starting a new job? Or do you currently have remote work approval from your current employer? So within that, there's a lot of like little crossing of the T's, dotting of the I's, such as a job offer letter, start dates, pays, bonuses. So job is number one, figuring out which one of those buckets you land in. And of course, in that Zoom, I'm gonna give you all the insight of exactly what the next steps are for whatever scenario you are in. But jobs are big, you gotta figure it out. The worst thing you can do, pro tip, don't quit your job. I mean, that sounds silly, but a lot of people will be like, well, I'm just gonna move to Idaho, so I'm quitting my job. Well, if you have remote approval, right? Say you do have remote approval. You could buy the house, you have the income, and then decide to adjust your employment situation, right?
Yeah, I know it's exciting to move, but don't just like, you can do it on a whim, but just contact us first. And you wanna know what else is pretty big?
What's that?
Addie.
Oh.
You don't know about Addie and Addie's skills, but Addie is like famous in the lending industry. He's a podcaster and he teaches the experts who are managing your money and doing these loans for people how to do it. So he's the teacher to the people, and you're lucky enough that he is part of our relocation team here. So
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I appreciate you saying that. Totally not necessary. What I like and think is unique, to not talk about us too much, is we're a team. We truly are a team. Usually when you're buying real estate, if this is your first time buying a home, it's going to be new to you. But if you've already bought a home, you know what it's like. Usually you got the agent, then you got the lender, and then you got an inspector, and everyone kind of works differently. We work as a united team.
Yeah.
Communication, flow, boom.
All the things.
So
it helps.
Let's go to our next point.
Okay, our next point, step number, are we on 4? 4.
4.
Similar to childcare, but let's talk about your other little babies, the furry ones. Grooming. If grooming is a big deal to you, and I have a couple doodles, and I'll tell you, you need to get on the list ahead of time with a groomer in the Treasure Valley. Just like we have a childcare desert, we have like a little bit of a groomer desert type situation happening. We don't have enough groomers. So if you have fluffy babies that require some grooming, you're gonna wanna get on a list with your groomers, which brings me to step number 5. Book a trip out here.
Yeah, you got to book a trip. This is huge. So we talk about this a lot in our videos, is that hotspot list. So after the Zoom call, we get to know you. Then we know what areas, scenarios, houses, everything that you might want to appeal. Then we're able to construct that hotspot list. This gets you wandering with a purpose, guys. This gives you an ability to actually come visit the area and be effective with your time and not just be dependent on some air of Google Maps, right? Sending you the way no one who locally lives here would go.
And I've heard from our clients that our tours are pretty epic. People love it. So that brings us to our last and final. Book a mover. Now, if you have not watched our video on this channel about selecting a mover, you might want to do it. We are the preferred team for United and Mesa here in Idaho. So that means that the biggest national moving company here in Idaho recommends us for your loans and your real estate needs. And on the flip side of that, we recommend that you work with them also. They can give you a quote remotely. They can see in your house, kind of look around at the things. Like, it's a really, really cool system that they implemented when COVID came about. They have all the insurances and protections. They're really, really great at what they do, and we trust them. And if you're not gonna take my advice, at least watch the video so you know what to look for. Guys, we've had clients not work with them, and I've had tears on the other end of the line because they come out here. See, Addie's taking care of me right now.
Making sure we got the step.
Yeah, he told me to not miss my step. Where was I? Oh.
The movers.
Yeah.
We don't want a horrible, sad story. They happen. It's expensive to physically move stuff, and you don't want to be disappointed.
But this video is about making moving simple, so you don't get any snags or faux along the way, and not picking the right movers with the right insurances and the right kind of drivers. I mean, it's another video, so go watch it, check it out, pick the right mover. So I think that wraps up our 6 simple steps. That's how easy it is.
Thanks everyone for watching, and make sure that if you haven't hit that little subscribe button, hit that little thing and the little bell. Just do that. We do all the videos, you just get to hit the little button.
The little ding ding.
All right guys, we look forward to catching you next time, and thanks again, and that's a wrap.